Hello friends, I just wanted to make this short video to thank you and to share some thoughts I had with you which I couldn't share last night because it said I was only allowed to give brief notices. But what I wanted to share was the notion of pilgrimage, the sense of journeying that we're all on. And it was interesting because I met a guy at Iford who'd lived there all his life, and yet even if we don't actually move or relocate across the country, we're all still on a journey. That's an inevitable part of following Jesus Christ. It's the process of becoming more Christ-like. It's true of all of us. So we're all journeying, and as we journey, we change. And the Church of England uses the word formation to describe this change. So when you're preparing for ministry at seminary and curacy, you go through this process of formation. And you think to yourself, well, then I'm formed and it's job's done and we get on with it. But you see, that's not really the case, because formation continues for all of us. And a key influence along the way is the people we encounter on the way, the people we share a season of life with. In my case, I see some here today who have been and continue to be a crucial part of my journey. There's my brother Rob and sister-in-law Mo. They housed us through a brief period of homelessness before my curacy started off. Of course, we thought it was brief, but I suspect they probably didn't. And then, of course, there's Chrissy, who's relocated across the country, moving home 3 times in 8 years. Pilgrims all. But as I was reflecting on this, I was thinking about other biblical journeys of formation. For instance, it took the children of Israel 40 years to travel a journey of formation that could be walked in 11 days. Well, it's quite sobering. It's taken me just over 40 years to travel from West Sussex to East Sussex, a distance that I could, according to Google, walk in 11 hours if I was fit enough. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is the promised land. I know it's pretty close, at least until you get to the A27 at rush hour. But I wouldn't have missed a minute of the journey. You see, we come from Hereford sent with a sense of overwhelming love. And our time in Hereford, we imparted something of us with them and carried something of them with us here, changed, formed, and that overwhelming sending love mirrored here by an overwhelming welcome. I think this is the point where my brief notice might have started to turn into a sermon, and I was probably very mindful that the bishop wasn't far behind me and may well administer episcopal authority with his crucier. But the journey still goes on. Our journey begins, pilgrims together, we faithfully following Christ, being daily formed into his likeness, according to his purpose and according to his will. Amen. That was the little reflection I had for you, but also to give our overwhelming thanks for the enormous amount of planning and work that went into preparing the licensing service last night. And those that couldn't be there through ill health or other reasons, we just thank you all for your contributions. Too many to name, but I just would probably mention Jenny, who couldn't be there, who provided the food for the choir as well. So the musicians, the bell ringers, all who contributed in some way, you have our heartfelt thanks. God bless you. Amen.